And European markets opened higher today after stocks on Wall Street saw their worst day since the 2008 financial crisis in the previous trading session. Although pan-European stocks 600 jumped 1.3% in early trade as all sectors and major bourses extended positive territory. Let's bring in my colleague there at the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, Chelsea Delaney, to tell us more. Hello, Chelsea. Good afternoon. Well, stocks in Europe and Asia have rebounded after Monday's sharp sell-off. What's driving the better mood?
I think there are a couple of factors. One is that Monday's stock sell-off was just so severe. The DAX here in Frankfurt had its worst day since September 11th, 2001, with a drop of about 8%. So it's natural for stocks to take a bit of a breather today. But there also have been a couple positive developments that investors are focusing on. One is the visit of Chinese Premier Xi Jinping to Wuhan, the province and the city at the center of the coronavirus outbreak. That's really been taken as a sign that the coronavirus outbreak in China is under control. And there's also been several governments coming out over the past 24 to 48 hours indicating that they're really going to give a lot of help to businesses and consumers. The United States, for example, is expected to unveil a whole range of different stimulus options, including support for hourly workers in the U.S. who typically don't get things like sick leave, and also tax cuts for businesses that have been affected. So I think that's really helping investors feel a little more confident. Italy also is discussing reducing or canceling mortgage payments for people. So there is hope that these measures will help keep consumers spending and keep businesses open, and that's helping support stocks today.
Now, in Germany, where you are, two influential think tanks warned that the German economy will slide into recession this year because of coronavirus. Can the government combat a downturn with new stimulus?
The government certainly has the financial flexibility to put a big stimulus package out there. They have not done that so far, even as the number of coronavirus cases have been rising here in Germany and the business impact is becoming more clear. The government has, they've been quite cautious about introducing a very large stimulus. They have so far decided to put in place an investment program for about 12 billion euros, but that's only going to start next year. So there is a lot of pressure on the German government right now to do more, especially given the fact that the German economy was already so weak, and now this is really going to have an impact. But they're at this point saying that they don't know if this is going to be a long-term shock to the economy, and they're not sure if it's necessary at this point to really use the financial room that they have to implement big stimulus.
This is hitting Germany's financial capital, with Deutsche Bank and the European Central Bank both reporting that employees have been infected. How are financial institutions in Frankfurt preparing for an outbreak?
I think banks, financial institutions, both here in Frankfurt and all around the world, are really trying to make sure that they are prepared for cases within the bank. They want to have teams in place no matter what happens that can continue to service clients, that can continue to keep business running. So Deutsche Bank here in Frankfurt, which just reported its first coronavirus case among an employee, is going to be splitting up its teams. They're going to have they're going to split teams into two, and one of them is going to be in one building, one of them is going to be in another. They're doing that here and also in the London office. A lot of banks are doing the split team idea as well, because they really just want to be sure that that somebody will be able to handle business if the outbreak continues. But I think there's still a lot more questions ahead. The ECB also has introduced work from home for some employees after a coronavirus case, but I think how effective these measures are going to be is still a little bit up in the air.
All right, Chelsea, thank you. We'll continue to follow up on COVID-19. Enjoy the rest of the day.